I would say even quick fix or jugaad is an innovation, isn't it? Yeah. But then yes, on a more serious note, I think the culture definitely is changing, and I think the innovation-centric culture is now becoming a norm of the day so far as companies are concerned, because any organization which has to grow must definitely inculcate a culture of innovation. And again, innovation, I think, is a term which is very commonly misunderstood. So I think by innovation, what normally gets referred to is somebody coming out with an innovative idea and putting it into practice. While yes, that is definitely innovation, but there is a lot of time innovation which is going on around us all the time, which is invisible. So innovation is nothing but a creative idea that comes to your mind and putting that idea into practice to bring in some value to either your business or to the product that you are manufacturing. So I would say in that sense, yes, Indian companies are becoming more and more forthcoming when it comes to practicing innovation at their workplaces.
Jugaad has always to be there, but not in majority of the areas, because Jugaad is good to do short-term solutions, but when you're talking about manufacturing which is going global and you want to make India as a manufacturing hub, then too much of Jugaad is not good.
I think it's very important that we move away from just not a structured innovation to really disciplined innovation, to make sure that we are getting the results. Right. Unless the companies are getting the value from the innovation, it's not good.
In our case, the problems of in the last few years, if you say, not only HCL, the other manufacturers like Wipro or Dell or even Acer, all of them, their volume has come down for two reasons. Anything product manufactured in India is taxed higher than when it is imported because of the duty both at the component level, at the final level, and also the volumes, whatever we are having, with this disadvantage of having the China disability factor we have, which is as high as about 27%. That is still continuing to be there. So also when we are the first ones to sign up a WTO agreement way back in 2002. But what is problem is that we have a disability of 4.1% of duty, or taxes being higher if you manufacture it than if you import it straight. If you take any of the large manufacturers, whoever has been supplying it for the large tenders, the recent state governments, etc., all this everybody have got the plants here, but none of them utilize their plant. They just can't do it in a situation, especially in a tender-driven situation.
The thing is that we have been manufacturing products as of now, not products, actually components, which others design. And with this government coming in and giving us stress in manufacturing, we should come up with our own designs. And the moment we come up with our own designs, the manufacturer will have to follow. We will have to come up with world-class, good quality products, and that's where the manufacturing level will go up.
We can regain lost ground quite easily because the speed with which the world changes, countries gain and lose competitiveness, firms gain and lose competitiveness. So I'm very optimistic that if we get things right, in 5 years we'll have a real breakthrough.
That's why it's very important that you have this disciplined innovation, so that at every stage or every milestone there is a evaluation by a committee which says whether you want to go ahead or kill the project. Right. So if you have that discipline at every stage, and every stage is improving the value it will add to the company, then it's a good innovation. So you have to have the courage maybe to kill most of the innovative projects.
A company like Reliance, company like Punjloy, what we are giving is we are giving it more importance to the young people, and we are giving things in their hand to take decisions. The moment you start giving decision making to the younger people, they take more risk. What happens generally is that our decision making is more centralized, and because it's centralized, the people on the top and take those decisions, and the people at the bottom will not take any risks. Here what we are trying to do is we are going to give it to the people at the bottom so that they become more responsible, and once they are, they will take more risks.
Any good leader must necessarily have the qualities of being accessible to his people and to be empathetic towards his team. Now, any leader who has these qualities will definitely promote innovation. Because if he does not do that and if he takes decisions all by himself without the engagement of his team, without their buy-in, sooner than later those ideas are bound to fail, because the team would not be with the leader and therefore would not be working in a collaborative manner to make a success of that idea. Yeah.
There is this very interesting confluence of, contemporary technologies which were up until this point in time not necessarily being adopted by manufacturing space, which had the conventional technologies always there on the shop floor, right? So, as all these nice things of the cloud, big data, the analytics, are beginning to be soaked in and absorbed, right, into the manufacturing space, and there are some manufacturers who are actually ahead of the curve. They are beginning to already see benefits come out of new ideas. Early days still, but the big idea, the big notion is if you can pry open the vast sort of cache of information that resides in the manufacturing space, put some context around it, right? You can actually take out some very interesting insights, which can actually give you pointers towards where your next innovation may come from.
This year, we are seeing that internet density is catching up higher than the US. Also, the youth, because of the computer literacy and also getting tablets getting distributed or laptops getting distributed across, is totally technically savvy generation. So the applications, the youth, everybody wanted to transact in internet. So there are a lot of applications which are coming up. Also handling the manual transactions, cost is climbing up with the 60-pay commission probably and 7th and so on. So there's no other way but this technology has to be driven into government to citizen applications and also citizen to any type of purchase or services transactions. Not only we are looking at Indian market, Indian public also is no more interested in Jugaads and sustainability. They want brand, they want reliability, they want price point, India specific pricing and India specific reliability. I mean, what I'm telling you, power situation, fluctuations, earth missing, dust, heat, humidity, all of them they require to be corrected, taken care of, and more than anything, people are looking at, they wanted to verify the specifications are on par with the rest of the world. So they would like to Google it, search it, that you are not buying anything inferior or anything behind. So we have to stay ahead. They have no other choice. The year 2020, Indian 40% of the India will become middle class. So we just can't afford to miss as an Indian company because somebody else will grab the opportunity otherwise.
There are differences, of course, in the approach. So whereas in the UK, we have a lot of structure for bringing out those ideas, I think in India it tends to be more free-flowing. And we've kind of
over here.
Jugaad to some extent, but we like to think of it as creative problem solving. I think people do just naturally think out of the box in India in a way that perhaps doesn't happen elsewhere in the world. And so what we're trying to figure out is how do we tailor our processes to really bring that out and also make use of that and harness that energy and those ideas. And that's been a really fantastic process for us, and the Open Innovation Challenge has worked well in that sense. So I think drawing out those ideas, harnessing them into something that certainly for us is useful but is also useful for our partners is really what we're trying to focus on.